So what's up, people? This is Robert Bassano, Planate Veritas 4.0. You guys who don't know me, you probably remember me from Planate Veritas, my original channel, which I still can't fucking get access to or back control of because Google and YouTube is playing this fucking kick the can and point the finger fucking game with, you know, general support, customer services, whatever. But that shit is forever fucking ingrained in fucking stone on YouTube. None of my videos have been removed. Maybe one or two here and there. But yeah, the majority of my shit is still up on Planate Veritas. You can visit that channel. But I want to come to you guys today. Um, I was troving through some of my other videos, some of the things that I've said, and kind of not reassessing, but evaluating and comparing a lot of the information that everyone's coming out with right now with some of the content they're putting on their channels. So again, this is I'm gonna play some excerpts from a video I posted back May 2016. We're now fucking 2021, right? So I said a lot of this shit, flat Earth, the concept, the idea, the conversation talking about the shape and design and construct of the Earth brought me out in the open. I saw a few videos, and then I realized when I started looking through a lot of the information I collected over decades, going through school, papers I've written, essays I've wrote, things that I've read and been exposed to, and my understanding of what's going on in the world that we live in and on, it dawned on me. I'm like, holy shit, I've known this all along, but now it's time to start unlocking this shit and bringing it out there. So I started posting some videos. It was a trial and error kind of thing. I just, shoot from the hip, just post the videos on the fly. So that's how I like to give it. I like to give it raw. Develop the slogan, which is not mine. I like coining the phrase. It's from a movie, Training Day. And Denzel Washington plays a character called Alonzo, and he says something really interesting. It's not what you know, it's what you can prove. Okay? Having knowledge of something and then proving the genesis of that knowledge, and that is fact. Okay? Can't be disputed, can't be denied, can't be rejected. That's what it's all about. It's not what you know, it's what you can prove. I was talking to another flat earther this morning who called me early, and we had a damn good chat. Very well known in the flat earth community. I'm going to refrain from mentioning his name right now because, he's going through some issues. I'm going through some issues with, some of this clandestine, covert, cyber intelligence, surveillance type of shit that's going on, this cancel culture bullshit. But our conversation led down a rabbit hole and a realization. The shit that's going on now in this world, flat earth and flat earthers have literally opened up fucking Pandora's box. I'll say it again. Flat earthers, flat earth believers, flat earth content developers and uploaders have opened up fucking Pandora's box. Probably, I'm not going to, I think it began fucking 5, 6 years ago. Maybe 8 years. Let's give it about 10 years. All right. I don't remember when, I can't recall exactly when I started watching some of these videos. I vaguely and just generally heard the term being used, but never paid too much attention to it until I started to look at the world around me and start observing every fucking thing and questioning its authenticity, its originality, its creativity. And it just very quickly, I realized, holy shit, we've been lied to. And what's going on in the world right now is control. Control. My contact and I, who's very, like I said, another very well-known flat earther, we agreed that basically what's happening is that flat earthers, I wouldn't say gotten out of control, but there are more and more people waking the fuck up or have been awake and just wide the fuck awake. And they're posting videos and putting up content and sharing content Not just about the shape and design and construct of the earth, but revealing every fucking deceptive misinformation, disinformation, psychological operation campaign that has been in place and basically just tearing down the fucking curtain to reveal all of the fucking nonsense that is being promoted to the majority of the populace on this earth who just still are in denial and refusing to accept what they see. What they see. Not what they fucking know, but what they see. And what you see when you have a chance to get outside on a clear day or cloudy day or snowing, raining, whatever it may be, you can't take what you visually see and experience and match that shit up with something that's in a fucking science book. And if you can't match up what's in the fucking science book with what you can observe and what you see, then something ain't fucking right. Now the investigation has begun. But this whole pandemic issue, it has gotten so fucking out of control for the people who've been trying to suppress it that they're now saying, okay, we're gonna give these motherfuckers time who are refusing to admit what we've been hiding from them, refusing to come to reality to realize that the flat earthers are fucking right. They got this shit right. We've been trying to keep it covered up for as long as we can. We can't keep it covered up. But we're gonna give these zombies, we're gonna give these pro-vaccinators, these pro-vaccine people, a chance to wake the fuck up. Give them a choice: mask or don't mask, vaccinate, don't vaccinate. But in the process, they better be learning something because when the time comes, we're gonna unveil the truth of all this shit. And flat earthers got the upper hand right now because either you're going to be well known for your position on the shape, design, and construct of the earth and how things really fucking function and how we don't have the technological capability to get off this fucking earth outside of this earth. We don't have it. And those that do have that technology, they ain't gonna fucking let you know right now. But there's so much public disclosure out there that's been in existence for over maybe 10, I'd say maybe 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years. Say as long as NASA's been in existence, 75 plus years, right? If they do possess the technology to get outside of this realm, they ain't gonna fucking let you know. They ain't gonna tell you. They'll give you these grandeurs of illusion that there's another fucking planet somewhere up in the sky that you see, that they say is Mars and is red, but you can't clearly fucking identify it. But they can get some graphic artists to put up a fucking photo showing you a detailed fucking description of what this fucking place looks like. You have no fucking clue if that is really what they claim it to be. Remember, there's a reason why they call it an artist's rendition. It's somebody else's fucking idea of what things would look like based on what they're told and how it's described to them or how it needs to look. Right? That's how it is. Period. Period. No one's actually set fucking physical eyes on this fucking place. You're relying on motherfucking drones and remote satellites and shit like, but you have no fucking idea if it did travel to where they say it was going to travel, and you were allowed to track it and follow it, and you see it minute by minute, step by step of it entering that fucking environment, and that environment is not our environment. It's fucking somewhere else, 4 fucking million miles away. It's bullshit. But me and this other flat earther are of the understanding, and I wouldn't say we could confidently say we're 100% confident that this is the real play that's going on right now. But we're pretty confident to say that things are being done in our favor right now. When I say our favor, I'm talking about people who have come forward and not afraid or ashamed to admit, yeah, the earth is fucking flat. Now, I still have problems with people saying that shit because when you say that, you I'm about specificity. When you say the earth is flat, are you talking about the whole fucking system? Or are you talking about the realm, the ground you walk and live on and move on? Because if you're talking about the ground you live on, walk on, and move on, then yeah, I'm gonna say you need to be more specific when you say the Earth is flat. But if you're saying the whole fucking system, yeah, you're wrong. It ain't the whole system. It's very clear, it's been proven that the atmospheres contract and expand. So if they contract and expand like a balloon would or your fucking fat belly, all right, um, then yeah, it's not fucking completely flat, right? It's got some ellipsoid, equipotential type of shape and behavior to the system above us. The system above us is not completely flat, but I could be debated on that one because there is software out there, there are platforms out there that talk about the flattening of clouds. So clouds reach a specific altitude where they hit a specific layer in altitude where the pressure is changed and the clouds start to spread out and flatten out. I've showed photos of what this shit looks like. So there's a specific altitude above us in the atmosphere that's flat because you don't see clouds shaped like a fucking mushroom with like a dome type of shape to them. They're fucking completely flat. When if you were to get in an airplane and get above them, you see some clouds that are completely fucking flat. All right. So that could be from a pressure change. That could be from the atmosphere contracting, and increasing the pressure to cause them to flatten out, meaning that there's a flat layer. But we still trying to discover what the hell dynamically is going on at all these varying layers. You can't monitor all of them at the same time. You can put things at different altitudes to monitor them to see how they're interacting with one another. You can look at some ley line maps and some wind trajectory maps, that pilots use, to take certain wind vectors and be at certain altitudes to go with the wind and go against it, avoid turbulence. But again, we're still learning from our own environment. So if we're still learning from our own environment, how the fuck do you think we can go to another fucking uh, uh, planetary body, solid body or gaseous body, and try to understand what the fuck is going on there when we don't know what the fuck is going on here, right? So we're going to gain control. You need to gain control. You need to be set in your way of thinking or how things are going to play out because those who don't jump on our bandwagon and get with reality on the shape, design, and construct of this earth and just start questioning mainstream science as to, hey, why you keep changing shit constantly when something new comes out? Why didn't you notice 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years ago when you were spending all this money conducting all these tests, right? So what will end up happening within the next couple of years, 3, 4, 5 years, is that all these vaccinated fucking people, they ain't on board. They want to take the vaccine. They believe everything they're being told. And they think that it's mandatory. They need to save their own fucking life. Human coronavirus has existed since 1965. And an NIH paper, I'm going to repeat it again. First sentence. Human coronavirus is the causative agent of the common cold. Since we knew what the common cold was, or was not, we're still trying to figure out what the fuck it is. It's in the human coronavirus family. There is no fucking pill or vaccine to give any human being a cure for the common cold. Because if there was, no way are you catching a fucking cold. It's fucking chicken soup and love, baby. Or whatever it is you want to fucking take to get rid of your cold. Maybe some rest. It could be fucking stress. It could be fucking anything. But the point of being is that your own fucking body is creating this fucking imbalance. Not from fucking being in contact with a dog, a chicken, a fucking cat, a bird. Animal shit can't be transferred to humans. Human stuff can't be transferred to fucking animals. Completely fucking genetic fucking construction and function and workup. They all, each system protects its own. creates its own methods of protecting itself and maintaining equilibrium. But I don't want to get too much off topic because this really ain't about no fucking topic at all. I'm just speaking in general fucking terms. Generally speaking, there's a shift happening and been happening where now they can't keep these fucking hidden things secret anymore. They can't keep them hidden. I mean, I've put out so many videos exposing so much bullshit. You would think the video get blocked, get taken down. That's what I thought sometime, a few times. But then I thought, why the fuck would my government, any government, spend that much fucking money just to focus on me? I'm not the only one that fucking knows this shit. I'm not the only one talking about this shit. But I have done some off the wall shit to basically, bring the truth out really fucking fast and cut all the fucking pleasantries, all the bullshit, all the technical fucking speak. I read it for you on the screen. It's not what I know, it's what I can prove. And I think I've proved a shitload of stuff, along with other people who've proved a shitload of stuff as well, by observation and experimentation, right? So I want to play this excerpt from you for a video that I did in 2016. And it specifically talks about the Earth construct and design. Now, before I play the video, which is an excerpt from something I posted on my original channel, I want to tell you something about this specific government department and agency, the Naval Research Laboratory. I found some information when I was doing graduate research talking about a specific satellite they launched, okay, called Vanguard 1. Dr. James Van Allen submitted a fucking project proposal to have one of his instruments put on one of those fucking satellites. And I read the letter where literally they denied his ass. They denied allowing him to put one of his measuring instruments on one of these satellites. But he got on, I think, he was able to get accepted for, I think, the second or third launch. But Vanguard 1, a Naval Research Laboratory, launched Vanguard 1 satellite. And they state it was the first man-made satellite that was launched to the highest altitude ever obtained by a rocket. They don't say what the fucking altitude was. They do not disclose what the altitude was. Now, that is suspicious and suspect in of itself. Because you're talking about the Naval Research Laboratory. Fucking keyword is research. Show me the fucking research. Tell me how high this fucking rocket got. They don't fucking tell you. But let me tell you what was interesting about the shit that I read from their own fucking website this year. I posted up the video. The video is still on Planate Veritas 4.0. Okay? It's on Planate Veritas 4.0. But if you go, I'm going to post a link in the description so you guys can refer back to the video. But then when you go to the Naval Research Laboratory's website, which I show on my channel, I go to the website, I read the information verbatim, word for fucking word, right? No paraphrasing or nothing. They say that this satellite was launched to the highest altitude ever obtained, and it proved beyond a reasonable doubt what geologists and scientists had believed, that the Earth was shaped like a pear. Now, I'm not going to get into the semantics of that because this is about the flat Earth, right? So Neil deGrasse Tyson said the Earth was shaped like a pear at one time. Then he said it was shaped like a oblate spheroid. Make up your fucking mind, nigga. Do you fucking know what the Earth is shaped like, or you don't know? I'd rather for you to say to fucking people you don't know what the fucking Earth is shaped like, and you're relying on what some other motherfucker is telling you to say on your radio channel or on fucking YouTube or any other video or conference. You can't make up your mind. First, an oblate spheroid and a fucking pear ain't shaped the fucking same way. And I never seen a round pear look like a motherfucking apple. But again, this ain't about debating the shape and design and construct of the Earth, right? It also comes down to specificity. If you keep saying the Earth is flat, you better say the fucking ground that you walk on with relative inclinations and declinations, but it's relatively fucking flat and it's undergoing flattening. That's what I said before. But I'm not posting this video to debate with fucking anybody about this shit and continuing doing this shit. I said what I said. I mean what I say. Okay? And it's fucking set in stone. Will that change as new information comes out? Possibly. But I wanted to review something that I showed you guys back in 2016. Maybe you saw it, maybe you didn't see it. If you didn't see it, it may come a shock to you. But again, it's not what you know, it's what you can prove. And here's the fucking proof. The same agency, Naval Research Laboratory, that posted that information, you go to their website, this shit don't exist anymore. They don't want nobody to fucking know. Because they've been showing you dumb motherfuckers out there who believe we live on a round fucking marble that we live on a ball. But the Navy, before NASA, proved what the Earth looked like. But they never showed anybody any pictures. They never posted that shit on any news channel, any newspaper, none of that. But it was on their fucking official website. After I posted my video, they took that shit down. You can't find it anywhere now. But it's forever on fucking YouTube because I shared that shit. This video I'm getting ready to show you from 2016, the same agency, the Naval Research Laboratory, you're going to hear, you're going to see for yourself. These motherfuckers know the Earth is fucking flat. And I'm going to fucking prove it to you again. And I'm never going to fucking talk about that shit again. Because the proof is in the fucking pudding, baby. And the pudding is fucking delicious. Delicious. You don't need to argue with people about this shit. Because no fucking person who believes the Earth is a fucking ball, a marble, can look at this video and say, well, I can explain why they have the software like this. No, you fucking can't. I can explain why they have that fucking software the way it is. Because I asked the fucking question. Why do you use this fucking term? Do you? I said it. I asked them straight out. I don't beat around the fucking bush. I ain't afraid to offend anybody, obviously. If your kids are listening and hearing vulgar fucking language, hey, it's time to grow the fuck up. But you're going to hear it for yourself. Let me play this motherfucker for you again. Okay? Here we go. They've got another term for it as well. They got another term for it as well. I'm going to show you what that is as well. Because it's called the Flat Earth Guidance Law. The Flat Earth Guidance Law, people. How you like them fucking apples? So let's proceed with the presentation here. Okay? Stand by. So, here we go. The document we're looking at right now is from the Naval Research Laboratory. The Naval Research Laboratory. And as you can see, this is involving software programming and coding for a simulation program. You can see here, flat Earth, on, Mercator, sinusoidal, motor-sinusoidal, lat long, off. Toggles the globe projection between the various options. This is useful when visualizing non-geocentric data. If unspecified, the flat Earth projection will default to lat long. Turn flat Earth mode on. Defaults to lat long, flat Earth on. Turn Mercator flat Earth mode on. Flat Earth Mercator. I mean, this is messages for Globers. If you really believe we live on a spinning ball, you tell me why it is when I start researching computer software simulation programming and coding, I couldn't find any language, any textual language that actually referred to heliocentric modeling or geocentric modeling. They actually use the flat Earth projection as a default model for all computer simulations. Why do they do that? If the flat Earth was fucking a joke, can't be taken serious, and we're all fucking crazy, all of us who believe in it, then maybe the fucking government is too. Maybe the government's crazy as well. So, for all of you out there who don't believe flat Earth should be taken seriously, then you better write to your fucking senators and congressmen and ask them, what the hell is this guy talking about in this video that the Naval Research Laboratory uses flat Earth projections as a default fucking programming in simulation models? Is this real? Ask them. I guarantee you they don't fucking know. And if they do know, they're going to tell you, we'll get back to you. Probably put your ass on a fucking some sort of threat list, because now they're going to think you a fucking flat earther as well. And when the FBI buzzing down your fucking door because they think you're a threat to fucking national security because you believe in the flat earth, you're like, no. I went to my senator and congressman and asked a question. You know, I don't believe in the flat earth. I believe in the ball. It's too fucking late now. You're going to fucking Guantanamo with the other fucking flat earthers. But there you go, people. There you go. Let's see where else we can find this language. Okay, here we go. Globe, round, flat earth. Look at that shit. And then this is what this means. I want to give you guys kind of a general here. This is an instruction manual for scripted. What's the title of this? I'll see what the title of this document is. This is a scripted programming instruction manual. So if someone were to put in to try to factor in, okay, I need to do the simulation for a globe, a round globe, it immediately defaults to flat earth. Toggles the globe projection between the various options. This is useful when visualizing non-geocentric data. So no matter how you try to configure this software, it's going to default back to the flat earth Mercator projection. But there's no mathematics for the globe projection. Why is there no mathematics for the globe projection? I'll tell you why. Because we don't live on a fucking globe. We don't live on a fucking basketball. We don't live inside a basketball. We don't live on top of a basketball. The computer can't fucking understand what the fuck it means when you want to simulate a fucking globe. You can only simulate a fucking flat disk. That's what you see when you see these photos from NASA. You don't see fucking the photos in 2D or 3D unless it's taken from an angle and the light's reflecting at a certain angle. I lost my fucking train of thought. Sorry about that. So there you have it. There you have it. Let's see where else they have this shit in this document. Okay, so let me show you what this document is. Okay, so nobody's freaking out here. This document, scripted display tools, Naval Research Laboratory. The scripted display tools are open source software developed by the Naval Research Laboratory, Protocol Engineering Advanced Networking Group, Protean. SDT provides a simple two-dimensional visualization compatibility using standard image files for a background and set of overlaid nodes. SDT3D provides a 3D visualization capability using NASA's Whirlwind 3D interactive world viewer and set of overlaid nodes. Now, for those who are not watching all my videos, I actually talk about this shit right here in one of my videos talking about the NASA Whirlwind 3D interactive. And I've downloaded that fucking software program. And let me tell you here right now, I am actively working in my spare time to create the same goddamn thing that NASA can create. And I'm going to put up a fucking video probably maybe next month or this summer showing you that I can create the same thing NASA creates and make it look real. That's right. With just 4 GPU cards. Then he goes to say nodes are assigned iconic images for the display sourced from standard format image files, JPEG, PNG, GIF,
or from 3D model files. In SDT, a custom coordinate system can be defined for the background, and node positions can be dynamically updated to move their associated icons above the background. In SDT 3D, nodes are placed at geographic coordinates that can be dynamically updated to move their associated icons about the globe. Now, we can go play on words and the fact that they actually use the fucking globe. They can use this language, and I'm gonna play devil's advocate on this. Yeah, they use the word globe, but it completely contradicts what they were saying about how the software programming is actually set up in C++ and using NASA Whirlwind's 3D. Because the computer doesn't understand the fucking globe. Can't calculate it because there's nothing to calculate because it's not a globe. It goes to your table of contents. Anybody want this document, just let me know, send me an email, I'll email it to you. Or you can go find it yourself. There you go. Go ahead, you can go download this damn thing yourself. Here it is. That's the website. Right there, people. You can go and download this damn software yourself. downloads.pf.itd.nrl.navy.mil/STD. SDT. There you go. There it is, people. Got some homework to do. Let's start learning computer programming, create some of these images and files. There you are. So let's go to the next document. Let's go to the next one. This is National Reconnaissance Office, people. National Reconnaissance Office. Okay? It's a member of the U.S. intelligence community. And here they go. Introduction. The telescope must operate over wide slant range excursions. These changes in range result in a shift in the location of the objective lens focal plane. For the present optical design, the focal plane shifts as a function of roll and pitch angles as depicted in figure 1.5. Method of calculation. And here's where it gets good, people. And again, you globers out there, I fucking dare you to keep challenging this shit as a reference or just some sort of simulation setup that they're putting, because they're not going to talk about this if it's not a real situation, live situation they're going to be deploying this type of tech and capabilities towards. So the National Reconnaissance Office says the defocus values in the figures are predicated on the following assumptions. The slant range was calculated for a flat Earth. I can stop fucking right there. I don't need to go any fucking further. Before all you naysayers out there who think, oh yeah, this is bullshit document, they're just putting this out there to kind of as a psyop to distract us. Man, fuck you and your psyop bullshit. You don't even know what the fuck is involved in a fucking psychological operation. You don't even know. You even know what's involved in a psyop? How they actually plan for one and develop one? Because it ain't as fast as you think it is. It's not as simple as you think you can say it. These documents are not put out to get everybody focusing on the flat earth because they're distracting us from something else. They're coming out with the fucking truth. They've been telling you this shit. I even show you the date of this document. They've known this shit longer than you motherfuckers have been researching it. I've known this shit longer than you motherfuckers have been researching this shit. Because I've had this document for over fucking 15 years. And I had to go through my whole treasure trove of shit I had and, my little print files and shit I had. Because back then, I didn't even fucking have a flash drive to put this shit on. I actually got the hard copy document. And then I went looking for the shit online. It just happened to be published. But I can stop right there. Slant range was calculated for a flat earth. That's B. The pitch and roll angles are a reference to the vehicle. Crab angle changes were not considered. The reference object distance for the in-focus condition is the vertical altitude of the telescope. Any defocus due to power changing or zooming will add directly to the value in the curves. Slant range defocus. So here you go, this document. It's been declassified, approved for release, special handling, secret. Okay? There goes the math, people, right there. There goes the fucking math, right there, in black and fucking white. There you go. Anybody want this document? Go to the National Reconnaissance Office. And when you type in the search, just type in the word flat earth. And you'll find this motherfucker. You will see this motherfucker for yourself. It was approved for release July 1st of 2015. Now you may be asking, how the fuck does this guy get a hold of this kind of shit? It was just fucking released less than fucking a year ago. Because I actually do some real fucking research, that's why. And I'm not recycling somebody else's fucking weird ass fucking recycled goddamn reposted fucking YouTube videos. I'm looking for the hardcore documentation so I can have some stable fucking flat ground to stand on when somebody comes at me and says, you done lost your fucking mind, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. And I can show them the documentation. Remember, people, it's not what you know, it's what you can fucking prove. And if you're still fighting to prove the fucking earth is flat to somebody who's a glober, then you ain't doing your fucking homework. You ain't doing no real research. You just guessing. You better stop fucking guessing. And here's the document right here. Preliminary Design Review Report. Acquisition Optics Subsystem, Volume 1. 25th of fucking September 1967. I wasn't even fucking being thought about then. I wasn't even being thought about. National Reconnaissance Office, people. Here you are. Question this shit. And if you're a flat earther and you're gonna question this document, then you don't fucking believe the earth is flat. If you're a glober and you're gonna question this document, then you don't believe the earth is a fucking globe. You don't believe shit. So if you don't believe the earth is a globe or it's motherfucking flat, then shut the fuck up and go back watching cartoons. Because Homer Simpson will tell you more about fucking how the earth is designed and about psyops than you'll fucking learn in 1 year posting videos. Just watch Homer Simpson episodes. Watch some cartoons. Go back to some Bugs Bunny bullshit. This is it right here, people. Contents. There you go. Black and white. Black and white. Go to NRO's website, nro.gov. It's all there. Read it for yourself. If you really have the time to do some reading. Motherfuckers put together 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hour fucking shows, but you ain't doing no real fucking reading. You want the shit on a fucking video in about 30 minutes to 1 hour, so you don't have to do it. Okay, fine. You don't want to do it? I'm going to do it for you. But if I'm going to do it for you, you don't fucking question this shit unless you got information to back it up to say, hey, the shit you put out is bullshit. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. All right, then. School me. Educate me. Or go stick your head back up your fucking ass. Another document. Here we go. Got this motherfucker straight from fucking Iowa State University. Now, I want to talk about this a little bit because here's the problem I have with this. Flat Earth approximation to the solution of electromagnetic propagation in a stratified terrestrial atmosphere. I haven't even read this document, but look at the date of it. 1962. They knew in 1962 the Earth was fucking flat. And good old boy Dr. James Van Allen, who was a professor at the University of Iowa, he fucking knew it too. Falsified fucking research talking about he discovered the Van Allen belts. Shit, he created the fucking weapons firing mechanism, which was used to begin the fucking atmospheric nuclear testing, so that he could be the one to discover the fucking radiation trapped at 200 to 300 kilometers in the South Atlantic, right off the coast of Brazil. He didn't get to no fucking 2,400 kilometers or 10,000 kilometers. with a 3-foot fucking rocket on a fucking balloon? You fucking kidding me? If that's fucking possible, I'm gonna try that shit myself. See how far the rocket can go. Because if that's the case, slap a GoPro on a couple of GoPros on that motherfucker. I can get to 2,400 kilometers and take some real pictures to see what the Earth really looks like. But we all know that's fucking impossible. But here's this document right here. For the first time, I'm reading it as well. Let's see what they have to say, people. Let's see what they have to say. Let's see something here. Flat Earth approximation. The flat Earth approximation. So electrical engineering. Got some engineers out there. Let's see what they have to say with this. This is a dissertation too. This guy wrote this shit for his PhD. Let's see here. I think it's good for us to jump the definition of the problem. Let's read the definition of the problem on page 5, and then we're going to go straight to page 18. How about that? Let's do that. Introduction. What can we find out here in the introduction? Talking about spherical harmonics. The solution was practically useless from an engineering point of view because of the large number of terms required to approximate the final answer. How about that shit? Let's see what else we can see here. Okay, hang on a second. Let me get to page 5. Let's see what this guy says. What's the problem? The problem to be considered is that of the propagation of electromagnetic energy around a spherical Earth from a source located at some point on or above the surface of the Earth. The atmosphere of the Earth will be assumed to be spherical, stratified. That is, the index of refraction is a function of radius. The coordinate system for the spherical Earth is shown in figure 1. The source is located at the point r equals a plus d, where a is the radius of the Earth, thus d is the height of the source above the surface of the Earth. The analysis is concerned with trans-horizon field only, since the intent of the analysis is to develop an analytical technique which will allow a piecewise linear approximation to any profile of refractive index. Okay, let's go on to that. Let's keep going on here. Reading these dissertation papers are great. Okay, here we go. Interesting. Scanning this bad boy. The article by Price is the basis of the present analysis, since the Earth flattening transformation and the airy integral solution with its rapidly convergent asymptotic expansion is a very attractive technique. It should be pointed out that Price solved for the cases of vertical and horizontal dipoles rather than the case of electric and magnetic dipoles considered in this analysis. The essential difference lies in the fact that there are no... Okay, so this is based on the spherical Earth. As you can see, they can only do geometry for this shit. There is no mathematical equation for the flat Earth in a computer model or real life model. There is none. They can only show you angle distances and angles. They can't show you any math. The spherical polar coordinates of the problem. This is a fucking problem. Globers, this is a fucking problem, Globers. This here, this circle you believe in, this is a fucking problem for you people. You can't figure this shit out. You still can't. Azimuthal variations considered when using the elementary dipoles as opposed to the more practical antennas of Price's analysis. Okay, so let's do this. I'm not going to go through this whole paper. For those who want it, I'll email it to you. You can read it for yourself. I'm going to read it as well. Okay, so here they say, at this point, the flat Earth approximation will be made. The flat Earth approximation is a transformation from spherical polar coordinates to cylindrical coordinates. After the transformation has been made, the two one-dimensional differential equations will be solved. Whoa. Shit, flat earth solves differential equations, huh? For all you flat earthers out there don't like fucking mathematics, you better fucking fall in love with fucking mathematics so you can have the foundational understanding of what the fuck they're talking about in these papers. Because this person wrote this dissertation for a PhD, and I guarantee you, they got their fucking PhD talking about the flat earth approximation. So as you can see, if you were moving forward in your academic journey to get an advanced degree, you don't necessarily have to sustain the status quo and accept what it is you're being taught, what it is you're being exposed to. You can develop your own theories based on the foundational understandings to debunk whatever it is they're trying to teach you. It's not a complete indoctrination, as you can see for yourself. Let's see here. Okay. There goes the math, people. Maxwell's equation in spherical polar form for application to an inhomogeneous atmosphere are this. This is Maxwell's equation. Okay, let's go to page 18. Let's go to page 18 because he talked about some shit on page 18. There goes all the math for that. Let's go to page 18. 14. All the mathematics, people. Don't be scared of this shit. Anybody can learn this, man. Anybody can learn this complex shit. And it's an oxymoron to call it complex because once you develop the foundational understanding, it's not really complex at all. It's fucking very simple. They just put all this shit like this to confuse the shit out of people and be like, oh, what the fuck is that? I can't do that. Math is not my strong point. They want you to believe math is not your strong point. Okay, here we go. The flat earth approximation, page 18, subsection E. What the... Having developed expressions suitable for determining the field components of the electromagnetic wave propagating from either of the two source types, the next type is to convert from the spherical geometry of the problem. You see that? The next step is to convert from the spherical geometry of the problem to the cylindrical geometry of the flat earth approximation. The flat earth approximation, the earth flattening approximation, is nothing more than a transformation from a spherical polar geometry to a cylindrical geometry. The transformation equations are n equals a what is this down here? Got me stumped on this one. I'm not going to deny that shit. I don't fucking know everything. But here's your equation right here. This is the transform spherical polar geometry to cylindrical. Here you go. I'm going to go through this though, because, oh, here you go. They explain it. They say where P represents the radial distance. Okay, here we go. Or range, and N represents height. These are the same transformation equations used by Price, but reduced to the case of no azimuthal variations. The transformation is such that a cone with its apex at the Earth's center becomes a cylinder, and the surface of the Earth becomes a plane oriented such that the axis of the cylinder is normal to the surface of the plane. The introduction of the Earth flattening approximation is credited to Schelling, Burroughs, and Ferrel, who, in an effort to simplify the analysis of the trans-horizon field due to the curvature of the rays of energy from the source, decided to transform to a coordinate system where the rays became straight lines. This leads directly to the equivalent radius of the Earth concept, or the so-called 4/3 Earth radius. Subsequent work considered the Earth to be flat, which meant that the rays were bent upward. There is no problem if one is interested in the solution of the differential equation governing the propagation of energy as opposed to the ray tracing technique. Fantastic, people. Fantastic. This is just fucking fantastic. Fantastic. Just so you can all see it again, here's the fucking equation right here. There it is. Booyah. That's it right there. This is it, people. Let's move on. So did you know what that document was? Again, Iowa State University, Flat Earth Approximation to the Solution of Electromagnetic Propagation in a Stratified Terrestrial Atmosphere. Robert Eglin Post, Iowa State University, 1962. I don't even know if this guy's still alive, but doesn't matter. Okay. Another National Reconnaissance Office document. Unclassified, released, approved for release July 1st, 2015. Analysis of image motions in a camera having forward and side orientations. Now, image motions. So that there's no confusion with globers and flat earthers out there. They're not talking about compensation for the earth moving. They're talking about for the velocity and acceleration of the vehicle that's moving with a fucking camera mounted on board. So let's read this a little bit. Envision a camera system oriented as shown in B1 with a Cartesian coordinate system XYZ, whose XY plane defines the ground plane of a flat Earth. Let the origin be fixed in the nidar point of the camera, whose focal length is F. If the travel of the camera is horizontal and in the Y direction, the ground points will appear to be moving in the minus Y direction. Let the camera be in altitude H and 1x, 1y, and 1z be unit vectors along the directions of the x, y, and z coordinates respectively. Let any particular ground point be defined by the vector g. Now, I said I wouldn't talk about symbolism, but you see this shit right here? The vector is g. They're going to tell you what the fuck that means. Okay? This is the mathematics that's used and the equations that are used by the National Reconnaissance Office when they're talking about image motion analysis with cameras, forward and side orientations. Okay? So, got some more mathematics here. All right? Everybody can find this document on their own. All right? You got your ground plane, camera nodal point, camera image plane. All right, so let's just go ahead here. Let's go ahead here. Okay, so look at this. This page has it down as page 28 or some shit. So let's go up a little bit. It says here, figure B1 was we obtained the following three equations. All right, these are the three equations, and then they go on to say where they're telling you what these letters represent. Okay, the g vector plus ky, what's that? Kiy equals h1z. Okay, let's focus on that g. Everyone knows what that fucking g represents, right? I'm not even gonna go there. But here we go. G is the vector from the camera nidar point to any ground point on the flat Earth. This represents flat Earth right here. Ground with a line over the top stands for flat. Ground, the big G, flat. Ground, flat. There you go. Ground is flat. YG is the coordinate of the ground point in the forward direction. XG is the coordinate of the ground point in the side direction. This I with a line is the vector from the camera nodal point to the image of the ground point in the camera image plane. XI and YI are coordinates of the image point in the image plane measured from the optical axis. F stands for is the camera focal length. H is the camera latitude. K is the proportionality constant. You get the fucking picture. Eliminating G and I from equations B1, B2, and B3 yields this equations. So if you don't want to consider a fucking flat Earth from any of this, this is what you get. Useful relationships between the two coordinate systems can be obtained by assuming that the camera is oriented vertically. In this special case, vertical oriented camera. This is what you have. That means the camera is pointing, boom, straight fucking down 90 degrees. Straight down 90 degrees. If you're pointing straight down 90 degrees, then you don't need to factor in flat Earth because you're going to get that flat Earth image. So it basically cancels itself out. It's null. It's void because If you're directly at 90 degrees vertically from the center surface of the earth, you're going to see everything. All right? Here you go. Again, they got no mathematics for a fucking globe earth that's spinning at 1,000 miles an hour. No fucking mathematics whatsoever. None. Zero. They got nothing. So that's pretty much it for that document. Let's go to the next document. Booyah. National Reconnaissance Office. The slant range at 70 degrees goes for 215 for a flat earth to 238 on a curved earth. A 10% increase. The slant range at 230 nautical miles is 706.5 nautical miles for a flat earth and 708 nautical miles on a curved earth, less than 1%. The 10% increase will increase the defocus area by approximately 10%, and the defocus will then amount to 0.0033. Now, again, I'm not going to get into confirmation bias here. I'm going to be fucking fair. They say the slant range of 70 degrees is 215 for a flat earth, 238 for a curved earth. But how you come up with that fucking math? Okay? So let's see how they come up with that math. Here you go, right here. There you go. Now, of course, this is going to be based on altitude. But this is talking about the effects of the curvature of the earth has been calculated on the slant range with the following equation. They don't really know. It's a 10% fucking difference. 10%. And I guarantee you, let's see, the H is based on altitude. So based on the altitude, here you go. And I'm just playing devil's advocate here. Based on altitude, let's presume in support of Globers that if the subsea atmosphere to the top of the stratosphere is all flat, but then above that altitude, which could be in excess of 100,000 feet from the center of the surface of the earth, you start seeing curvature. That is when I believe you start factoring in this mathematic, this equation. Because the higher you go, the more you're going, based on the pitch, roll and pitch angles, you know, with the earth being on a 23.5 degree XY axis, you're going to start seeing some distant curvature of the earth. Because it's a fucking 23.5 degree XY axis tilted fucking flat disk at 100,000 feet and below. But above, now you have the upper layers, which are shaped more like a dome, sort of oblique protective environment. Beta B includes obliquity and stereo factors, as well as roll and pitch angles, and is measured on a plane through vehicle, Earth's center, and intercept point. Gamma Y is on the same plane and is measured as follows. So here you go. Cosine B is the obliquity. We're going to get to that. Okay? Look at this shit. You don't want to believe your government doesn't believe in the flat earth? They believe in the flat earth. Trust me. Here we go again. National Reconnaissance Office document. Okay? And just so you know what the title of this document was, that previous document was Engineering Analysis Report Acquisition Subsystems. The date of it was 1956. Yeah, 1960. 12th of February, 1968. Okay? So, let's go to engineering analysis. Off-axis image rate equations. Assumptions. The off-axis image rate equations are derived using the following assumed conditions. A flat Earth model. The point at the center of the FPCS does not move during the frame exposure. The optical system has no aberrations. I don't even need to go any fucking further. I'm not going to. Look at this. If local altitude variations in the target plane are neglected and the flat Earth model is assumed, then RGZ equals 0 and the equation can be written as follows. Booyah. There you go. There you go. Need I say any more? Let's go to the next document. This is on a camera system. All right, this is a good document. This entire camera system was based on the flat Earth model. You need to go through that. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but just for naysayers' satisfaction, let's see something here. Yeah, I'm not going to go through that whole thing. So, the moral of the story is this. So, to sum this shit all up, this is what we're looking at. This is not an accurate picture, but let's just assume this is you, flat Earth, standing down here. You're looking up all at the stars. Say this is above the stratosphere, and if you're global, you may be seeing this kind of curve. You can't see any fucking curvature from the surface of the Earth, so I don't give a fuck what you say. I don't give a fuck who you are. If you tell me you can see curvature from the fucking surface of the Earth, you better figure out a way to fucking take a picture with your goddamn naked eyeball and send it to me and put it on a fucking video, because you can't. I don't give a shit what you say. If you're at altitude, you might see this. But I don't believe it exists from the upper stratosphere on down to the troposphere to the ground level. This your model. Right here. Flat plane surface, dome type of environment, but you got some flatness coming across this plane, which would be the top of the stratosphere. Okay? That's what you have. So, now that you have it, hopefully you've had the tolerance and the stomach to listen to what it is I have to say, given this presentation. If you're a Flat Earth channeler, you can repost this shit. You can mirror it. You can share it with everybody you know. If you want to question anything that I've said, anything that I've shown you, you don't think is legitimate, you don't think it can be trusted, then fucking go start looking for information to tell me it's not fucking true. To show everybody else. Instead of fucking attacking each other. Saying, I don't believe this, I don't believe that. I don't attack anybody. I just say, hey, listen, the theory that you're coming up and the shit that you're saying, that shit ain't consistent with what the fuck I'm reading in documentation. So please, just don't fucking push shit out there just to put it out there because you fucking want to be the king or the queen of fucking popularity on YouTube for that fucking week. Because I know how many real subscribers you motherfuckers really have. You know it too. So you can't bullshit it, fucking bullshit it. Keep it fucking real, people. Do some real fucking research. Stop reposting people's other shit. Start doing some real fucking reading, some real understanding. Give this shit some real fucking wheels to get going at fucking high speed. They're not going to openly admit to this shit right now. And what's interesting about a lot of the shit that I found, okay, which I want to show you guys real quick right now. I almost forgot to show this shit to you people, but I want to show you about this guy. McLaurin's Flat Earth. Okay? This is what this guy believed. He said McLaurin's shows that as the angular momentum increases, the Earth will get ever more flat. The shape is an ellipsoid with two equal axes rotating around the short axis. The ellipsoid becomes a disk with an ever-increasing radius. The rotation speed first increases, but the speed reaches a maximum and will then decrease. As the radius of the disk continues to grow and tends toward infinity, the rotation will tend towards zero. L can be expressed as L equals WI. Where I explain all this shit. I'm not going to read all of it. But here's the deal. We're inside the stationary, non-rotating flat portion, and the outsides are rotating, creating the expanding ellipsoid. Okay? That's why when they show the view from space, potentially you see rotation of the Earth, but the internal structure of the Earth is stationary and non-rotating. It's fixed. The outsides are expanding. That's why I said before, there's no fucking way that the Earth could be fucking 25,000 miles in circumference from the equator. Maybe on the inside, when you measure from the equator, but when you talk about the outsides of the outer layers, the fucking Earth is way bigger than fucking 25,000 miles in circumference. It could be 10 times that fucking circumference on the outsides, but we don't know how fucking far they're really getting because they're faking fucking rocket launches and ISS fucking videos. Here you go, people. This is what McLaren was showing us right here. It's continuing to flatten, and eventually it's gonna fucking look like this. And I'm gonna put up the fucking supplemental video, which is 4 fucking megabytes. You can do it yourself as well. Just go to this website. Mathematical imagery. Shape of the planet Earth. There it is right there, people. This is what I've been saying. This is what I've been supporting based on the International Ellipsoid Reference System and the World Geodetic System of 1984. The Earth is continuing to undergoing flattening, meaning that the entire system will eventually become flat and then it'll stop. Meaning that the pressure will increase and you might be pushed into the fucking ground or into the ocean. That'll take fucking thousands of years, maybe millions of years. Who fucking knows? But this is what's happening to the Earth. There ain't no such thing as. Yo, 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 yo. What's up, people?